What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful day. This is my review on Iyanla Fix My Life Season 6, Episode 604, and the Lie Detector Test Says Part 1. Alright, so before we get into this crazy episode, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to click the bell so you can be updated on when I post new videos. And do not forget to follow me on social media. Alright guys, so this episode was a lot. Okay? We start off with Iyanla meeting with Mom, Yvonne, Brittany, and Whitney. And these are, you know, her daughters. And just as they come, the father and other daughters show up, Manziel and Nicole. So apparently the issue within this family is the mom has accused the father of sexually molesting all three daughters. And the father has denied all these claims. He said that he did not do it. And she is adamant that he did. And the daughters are not only within turmoil with their parents, but they're in turmoil with each other. So we start off with the family getting together. And something, my eye, y'all. I don't know what I feel something. Anyways, so we start off with the, what the fuck? So as soon as Nicole and the father comes in, Whitney, her guard is already up. Whitney is not here for the shit. She is not interested in being next to her sister. She said that her and Nicole had a actual like fist fight about 2 years ago, so she ain't fucking with Nicole. And Nicole comes in and you could tell her aura is just like kind of standoffish. I noticed that she did not hug her mom. The father hugged the daughters. The mom, as the father came in, she started kind of backing away. And I noticed that. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but she started backing away. But so we start off with them going upstairs, and Manziel, the father, he is going to take a lie detector test because his stance is he has never touched his daughters inappropriately. He don't know where the fuck Yvonne is getting this shit from, but he has not done anything to his children. And Yvonne is on another beat like, yeah, he touched my daughters. So he is sitting down to do a lie detector test, but before he does, Iyanla has these shirts. One shirt says Team Mom and the other says Team Dad. So she gives him Team Dad shirts, and she gives Nicole a Team Dad shirt because Nicole is on the side of, my mother is lying, my father has never touched us, she's a liar, I'm on Dad's side. So she has a Team Dad shirt, and then she tries to give Whitney one, and Whitney says she's not on her mother or her father's side, she's on the side of the truth. So Whitney's not here for the fuck shit. She is clearly like fed up with everything, with everyone, and she just wants to know what really happened. Alright, so we leave Manziel upstairs. Iyanla sits down with Nicole. Nicole said the issue with her sister is something that has been going on for many years. She said that when they were growing up, her mom allowed them to fight. Like physically fight. She said that she never felt like her mom was really there for her as a mother. She never treated her as a daughter. She just did not feel like her mom did not like her in any way. Alright, so Nicole is so not connected to her mother that she calls her by her first name. She said that she does not respect her mother. Her mother is just her carrier. She is not a mother to her. She's never been a mother to her. She said her mother has said some very hurtful things to her growing up. Told her that she wished that she had aborted her, wished that she died because she looked too much like her father. So her mother has some sort of resentment towards the father that stems deeper than anybody even know. And I don't really understand why parents tend to do that. They have these kids, not only have unprotected sex, have these kids with these men, and then get upset with the kid because the kid turns out looking like him. You know, they get upset after like the man did them wrong or something. They look at the kid and all they see is this man. I'm like, okay, you purposefully lay down with this man, did not use protection, all that shit. Now you mad at this little baby, this child, because he or she looks like their daddy. That's on you. You know, I don't understand why people do that and they take their anger and their frustration out on these innocent kids. The kid ain't had shit to do with it. So Nicole has been feeling a lot of the wrath that the mom had with the father. She's putting it on Nicole. And Nicole is the oldest child. So the oldest child tends to kind of get a lot of the harsh treatment, so to speak, when it comes to being, you know, in a dysfunctional relationship between parents. The oldest child tends to, you know, kind of get the brunt of the shit. She said that, I guess, when the allegations started, her mom told her to go into the courtroom and tell the judge that her father touched her. Nicole said, no, I'm not going to tell him that because that's not true. And the mom said, if you don't tell him that, then you cannot live in my house. So she said she went in, I guess she didn't tell them that, and a week later, there was a caseworker coming to take her to foster care. She said the mom has said derogatory things about her to her best friend. The mom told her that the father raped Nicole and her son is probably the father's child because Nicole liked being raped. Let me tell you something. If this woman went ahead and told people this stupid shit and it's not true, first of all, I don't even think it's okay. Let me not say that. If she went ahead and told people this shit, this woman is a fucking evil devil, okay? But if he was doing shit like that to the daughter, just because you have an issue with him, you are going around and spreading this stuff about your own child, that is a sign of a vindictive ass person, okay? So she said that her mom was going around telling people that shit. So Iyanla takes her outside to, you know, to walk it off. You know, walk the shit off in the sun. Let the Georgia breeze blow in your face. All that stuff. So Iyanla took her outside and Iyanla told her, stay right there. She's coming back. Iyanla went and got Whitney. Now, I knew when Iyanla grabbed Whitney that this was not going to go according to Iyanla's plan. Okay? Because Whitney and Nicole obviously don't like each other. So as soon as Whitney came out and she saw Nicole, Whitney was like, I don't want to do this. I do not want to be around her, blah, blah, blah. It started. And Iyanla was trying to get Nicole to say what she felt in her heart. You know how Iyanla do. She wanted Nicole to say what she felt in her heart. But Nicole has so much venom towards Whitney that she started saying smart shit. You know, and that's how the argument kind of started. And these two Nicole is coming up on this girl about to fight her. Apparently when they fought 2 years ago, Whitney had her son on her hip. And Nicole started fighting her with her son on her hip. So, Nicole is coming up to Whitney to really, like, she's putting her hand in her face about to try to fight her. Iyanla's getting in the middle like, no, we're not doing this. You are a black woman, a mother of 5. You should not be doing this on TV. And Whitney is just like cussing, like, get her away from me. This is why I didn't want to do this. And Nicole is just like coming up on her. Now, Nicole has weight on her. Whitney is a little smaller. So Nicole is like, you can tell she is putting her weight up, like, bucking like that shit, right? And I don't even mean it to be funny, but she is like wanting to fight this girl. And Whitney is saying that you didn't even tell me to put my son down before we started fighting. You just started fighting me with my son in my hand. That is some foul shit. But Nicole is an angry person. And Iyanla said the same thing I said. Nicole is more like her mother than she wants to admit. The girl is angry and she's harboring a lot of that anger, and when she's putting it out there, it's violent. Nicole has so much animosity and so much anger, and I want to know where this stems from. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with their parents, but there has to have been some specific instance that makes Nicole hate Whitney. There has to be. So Iyanla sits down with Whitney, and she said that, you know, throughout their lives they've always fought. Their mom allowed them to physically fight, and her mom told her about 3 different instances where Nicole tried to harm her. And she said even one time when she was born and Nicole was in the came to the hospital to see her, I don't know if Nicole was holding her, but Nicole hit her head in the wall. So she said her mom told her all these instances. So it seems like from birth, the mother has pitted Nicole against Whitney or Whitney against Nicole. Because why are you telling her this stuff? Like, she's telling it to cause friction between the two. I don't know what is going on. I really don't know what's going on. But she said that, you know, it's always been an issue between them. And she said that she did go to live with her father at the age of 12. And Iyanla said, okay, so what age did he do something to you or apparently molested you? And she said that when she was 3 years old, her father and mother had already split up. She went to spend the day with her father. When she came back, her mom found blood in her underwear, and that's when it started. But then she went to live with her father when she was 12. So Iyanla was like, so if he molested you, how then could she turn around and allow you to live with him? Whitney said that's the same question she wanted to know. Because if he is molesting all his daughters, why is it that her and Nicole lived with him? I don't know if Mama lying. I don't really know. But Mama is looking a little shifty to me. Okay, so Iyanla sits with Yvonne. And Yvonne is adamant that she feels like Whitney and Nicole were raped. She said at 3 years old, Nicole will go to the bathroom, stand next to the bathroom and scream and then pee herself. Then she said at 2 or 3 years old, Whitney will go under the bed around the time her father was coming home from work. In my personal opinion, I don't see how those two correlate with rape. I don't see that. I really don't see that. And I feel like Iyanla was feeling the same way. Because Iyanla pulled out some receipts. They actually went ahead, her and the producers went ahead and got the court documentation and the hospital records based on these allegations that Yvonne claimed. So Yvonne basically said that Whitney went with the father and she came back home to change her for church. And in her panties there was some blood. She took her to the hospital and they took her underwear and, you know, I guess they examined Whitney. Iyanla pulled up the records and said that, okay, the medical examination said that it was a popsicle stain in Whitney's underwear. It was not blood. She said, well, yeah, that's what it said. When she went to the hospital, they took the panties. It had blood in it. When it went to court, it was a brand new set of panties with Kool-Aid stains in it. So they switched it out. Ma'am, I don't know no court that, first of all, he is a black man. I don't know no court who would purposefully switch out these panties to make it look like Kool-Aid so they don't put this black man in jail. Iyanla says sometimes we remember things that never happened. And I'm starting to feel like she is remembering facts that did not even occur. So she said that, you know, he basically did this. He was abusive to her. He was, they were just in an abusive relationship and she was not happy and she decided to leave and she got her own place. But Iyanla said, but you allowed the kids to live with him. I don't understand that. If you had a protective order with him against the kids at the age of 3, how then 10 years later can they go live with him? She said that the kids were asking to go live with him. She did not want them to go live with him. And she felt like they were teenagers, so they were old enough to take care of themselves. Baby, I'm 38. My mom's still trying to protect me. I am 38 years old. I'm a grown woman. My mom's still trying to protect me. You go allow your 12-year-old and say, well, she can fend for herself. She's 12 now. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to y'all. Y'all let me know down below. But this don't make sense to me. So, Iyanla asked her, you know, how did her and Manziel meet? And she said that, you know, she was in a relationship with somebody else the guy was always working, and she ended up going on a couple dates with Manziel, and they had sex. She got pregnant. So she said that she told the guy, her boyfriend, that she was pregnant, she cheated and everything. He told her not to tell Manziel. He would raise the baby with her. She didn't feel like it was right because she feels like a child needs to know who their real parents are. So the relationship ended, and she ended up with Manziel. And I found it interesting. She said that she really loved the guy and everything like that, and she started crying. And I realized that she has talked about her daughters getting molested, finding blood, her babies getting assaulted and all that stuff. She never once shed a tear, but she's talking about a man who is not even in the picture, and she starts crying. She was pregnant with Whitney. She said that she wanted to have an abortion, but the guy told her not to. Or Manziel told her not to, that he would raise the baby. But she wanted to have an abortion. She said she never felt a connection to Nicole. If I said Whitney, I meant Nicole. She never felt a connection to Nicole. So this is the reason why her and Nicole don't have a relationship, because she never wanted Nicole. Nicole was never something she wanted, so she couldn't be a mother to somebody she didn't even want. So this is the whole thing with Nicole, and she is taking out her, I guess, messing up her own life on Nicole, because if she didn't cheat, she wouldn't have had Nicole. If she did, and she wouldn't have gotten married to Manziel. So she's kind of blaming Nicole for her fucked ass excuses, her fucked ass shit that she did, you know, when she was younger. Okay, so Iyanla takes Yvonne to the truth room, where you write down your truth, and then I guess at the end everybody come in and they can see everybody's truth. And then Yvonne also did a lie detector test. Alright, so we're at day 2, and Iyanla sits with Mr. Manziel. And he said that he has never did anything to his daughters, that he does not understand why Yvonne is lying like this. He has never done anything. So, you know, Iyanla asked him, how did he find out what was going on? He said that he had Whitney for the day. He brought her back to the house. Then he got a call from Yvonne saying that he raped the daughter. She found blood on her panties. He went back to the house, and he asked Whitney, did anybody touch you? Did anybody do anything to you? She said, no, Daddy, no. He took her to the hospital. Now, if I remember, Yvonne said that she took her to the hospital and they got her examined. He said he took her to the hospital, and he was driving down the street. No, he said he took her to the he was taking her to the hospital. Yvonne was telling him, don't take her child nowhere, leave her child alone. He still said fuck that. He took the child to the hospital. He got a mile down the road, and the police were the police stopped his car, basically surrounded the car. They took the child out the car. He got arrested, or he got in handcuffs or whatever. They took us to the hospital. He said that, and he started crying because he was like, basically, from what I'm thinking, he was like, I couldn't even be there for my child. She is lying and telling people that I did this and I never did this. And now my daughter and I do not have the relationship that we should have. I don't know if this is the case of just a vindictive person as far as the mom, and she is making up all of this to turn the daughters against the father, because there are some women that do that. Or he is just a master manipulator, and he did do this to these kids, and she is telling you. I don't really know. It all seems kind of crazy to me. It all does. So Iyanla goes to Whitney, and Whitney is having a hard time because Whitney don't know. She don't know what to believe. She don't know if her mama a liar or her daddy's a rapist. She don't know. And she's having a hard time because she just cannot wrap her head around the fact that her father could have done something like that to her, which is very understandable. So Iyanla takes her to the truth room so she can write her truths and everything like that. So Iyanla brings everybody to the truth room except for the father. Everybody sat down because the results are in. As far as the mom's results, it cut off. It's part 1, so it cut off from there. So from what I view from part 1, I don't know who to believe. I'm kind of feeling based on what the mom has been saying to everybody and may have remembered things that never happened. Alright, y'all, so this episode was just all over the place. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Who do you believe? As of right now with part 1, who are you leaning towards is telling the truth? The mother or the father? Let me know. And I guess we will reconvene next week for part 2. Let's see how this ends. I feel like a fist is going to be thrown. I don't know. But let me know what you thought, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.